Hey guys, Jay here. Welcome to another cosplay unboxing, I guess. This isn't really a cosplay as much as it is a Halloween costume, but it's going to be used as a cosplay because, whatever. But I have decided to buy some stuff for a cool Plague Doctor costume. I actually have hanging up a Plague Doctor outfit that I did a few years ago. I did a Halloween thing where I did some stuff you could get at Spirit, thrift stores, things like that to make a good decent looking costume, and one of them was a Plague Doctor, like a regular one. This one is going to be a little bit different. This is more of like an actual like healer doctor, Plague Doctor. I got some stuff down here that I'll get into, but that's stuff I already had, and then stuff I bought that came way before all this. And then this is the rest of it. So this is the mask and the costume. So I'm just going to unbox this here. So I have this camera here. Hopefully that's close enough. But open it. God, if I can. Oh, good. Everything was down low enough that I didn't need to worry about cutting into it. So that's good. Let's maybe keep that out just in case. So I also do have some magnets here. I'll explain that in a minute. I don't know how good these are, but they don't have to be great. But let me just open these real quick. Oh, they come in a cool little case. So it's like a multi-pack of a bunch of sizes. Yeah, so that's that. So this is the costume, and this is the mask. So let me screw it, throw that down. Let me go through the mask first, since it's right here. So this mask is latex, and I just bought the plain one that you can buy from the whatever this company is. But I didn't know that it was going to be latex. So the listing makes it look like it's hard plastic or something. And a lot of people that did reviews on it also thought it was going to be plastic. So, and already I can tell it's, I don't know how well you can tell. There we go, like that. This is already bent like that, and it's not supposed to be. And that's because that's just how it is in shipping. And I may be able to heat that and round it over. So I'll see if I can fix that. But I didn't read the reviews, which I should have. Always read the reviews. And there were people that had like ones that were lopsided and stuff. And the way this was folded was like it's folded not even in half correctly. This would be in half. It was like this. So this side over here is where the crease is. So I have to like heat up and see if I can reform that. So it's not great. But let me see. It's dirty too. It's really dusty. So I'll make sure to wipe it off with like a cloth. But that crease makes it look lopsided. So I don't know how well you can tell, but it looks kind of lopsided because of it. Luckily, I am going to have a hood over this. So hopefully that will fix that. But let's see here. I mean, it's not bad. I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear me. But it's not bad actually. But I have a really good vision out of this actually too. So that's cool. The mesh is right on my eyelashes. I don't know how well you can hear me. The mesh is right on my eyelashes. So that's annoying. But I don't really care that much. That's not going to bother me too much. But it's not that bad. So let me get the actual costume itself out and see how well that works. This does have a foam padding for your forehead, which is actually very comfortable. So that's good. The mask is not uncomfortable at all to wear. It's just latex, so it's harder to breathe in. Before this video comes out, there's a chance I may get a different one, and I could talk about that at the end of the video. We'll see what happens. But I did find one that's very similar in style, but 3D printed. So that'll be much cooler. It'll be easier to wear, less hot. So we'll see what happens. But let me get into the actual costume. So I don't need this. It's a giant cross. This is actually a priest costume. And it's pretty obvious why I don't need that, but I liked the way it looked. So that's not the belt it showed it coming with. This is. Oh, I get it. Okay, so I thought it was like a belt that wrapped around and then it wrapped around itself. No, this wraps around you, this bigger one, and then this one wraps around like this. That makes sense. Okay, I see why that's like that. Okay, never mind. So this is definitely costume quality. Like something you might get at Spirit Halloween or something. Oh, I can remove this. Sweet. So it has this white collar here because, like I said, it's a priest thing, not actually a priest, not a plague doctor. But I'm using it for the plague doctor. But I wanted to remove that or add something in the way of that so you couldn't see it. But it's just a piece of elastic I can just cut out. That's all it is. I can just remove that. Sweet. Works for me. All right. So I'm going to leave it in for right now because in case this doesn't fit and I need to get a different size, I don't alter it so that I can still return it. So I'm going to start by getting that over my head, maybe. And then I will I'll move the microphone to there. It's not going to be great, but it'll work. All right, give me a second. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to button this all up. Oh, by the way, it does fit. It overlaps well enough that it's going to fit and I have movement. Anyway, let me button it up. I'm going to be hitting the microphone, so. Okay, while I'm buttoning it up, I guess. I've noticed the length is literally exactly the length I need it to be. It's not too long and it's not too short. That's perfect. There is a lot of buttons. Holy crap. I should have buttoned a lot of these and then stepped into it or something, because this is a lot. There we go. So I have lots of movement to walk around still. Oh, actually, you know what? It might be a little long, so I might need to shorten it by like an inch, maybe. But it's not that bad. I think that's me. Here, let me hold down here. Yeah, that's just me bending down. Never mind. So when I hold here, which is where I am standing, I can hold this like this, bend only my neck, and I can see that it's not touching the ground now. So yeah, that was just me bending over to make it touch the ground. So it's fine the way it is. So that's that. And then the belt piece here, this is just going to go around like so. And then the stuff I got a utility belt that has potion bottles. So that will then go on top of this belt. Can't find the hole. There we go. So that'll go like that. And then these will go forward a little bit. So I don't know how well you can see them in camera, but there's a bag with 2 bottles and then hanging 4 bottles. So I guess I can, this camera doesn't need to be on. So there's that. And then I also have gloves here. So the gloves are just gloves, but I can't wear them while I'm doing the rest of this. So these were from the older costume that I had, the other plague doctor. And so was this. This is a hood cape thing. I'll probably wear this one under the other one, the one that's on here. Like tuck it in under the outfit itself. But we'll just leave it outside for now. But just do a simple bow knot there. Let me I'll put the microphone right there in the middle. All right, so this is like this. Good enough, whatever. And then where'd the mask go? There it is, buried. And then the mask will go on. And then the hood will go, and then the hood will go up. So like that. However, I also have this hat. And you know what? I could just do a priest costume like this. Like a... Oops. Oh! I totally forgot about this. If I'm doing the mask, I gotta do the balaclava. There we go. Okay, the microphone is getting really annoying having to move it so much. So now... Yeah, that. Ugh. God, it's hot up here. Okay, so that's that. And then what the magnets were for is I can put them on the top of the mask here on the inside, and I can put them in the hood so that it doesn't, because this thing, look how big this is. That's huge. So wearing it is just going to keep falling forward or falling off. So especially if there's wind, I'm going to try and wear this to HorrorCon. So if there's wind, that's not going to work. So I can magnetize it to the mask, which is what I did with my my Sith Lord original character. I used a mask from a band called Slaughter to Prevail, which I did everything for that like last year. And I did the same thing where I put magnets in the mask and it magnetizes through the mask, and then the hood of the outfit I wear for that, it magnetizes down to the mask so that it can't move, and it's really strong. And so these ones should be fine. The third sides of these look like they should be big enough to work. They're definitely big enough to fit in here. In fact, I can get the biggest ones in there probably, and then use the smaller ones in the hood itself. But the only other thing was, if I couldn't use the hood thing, then I could do like this, which is what I did with my other one that I did for the Halloween thing before, the one I talked about. Okay, it looks like it will not fit with the hat, so I for sure will need to use the hood. So I will do that. But yeah, putting the gloves on would be the only other thing, and that is the whole costume. I'm actually very happy with how this came out. The sleeves, I like the sleeves. They're like doubled up. It's kind of cool looking. I've never seen that before. But I might sew them down a little bit so they fit in the gloves a little better. But I don't know if I want to do that, like have them in it, or if I want to have gloves just under it. Because this looks kind of cool by itself, but this, well, with it over the sleeve, looks like Plague Doctor, you know? So this looks more realistic. And they fit just fine, so I may not have to do that. But I mean, then these gloves are really good because they're like a silky thing, but I'm able to grab the bottles. And I just lost the cork for that. Awesome, just what I needed. The corks don't stay in very well, so there's that. I might just take all these bottles back out. I was debating filling these bottles with water and food coloring. Oh, I lost another cork too. The good thing is, the both of them each came with an extra. The bag, this side, the one with the bag and the two bottles, came with 2 extra bottles. So, and they were both inside the thing here. So I got 2 extra anyway. So if I can't find those, oh, there's 1 cork right there. Okay, I know I can bend down, or at least I can squat down. So there's that, so I can get stuff that way. It's really hard to bend down and do things with big belts like this. So yeah, I centered that really well. Holy crap, I didn't even notice how well I centered that. All right. I have a really bad problem with that with my Sith, because I do the same thing where it's a leather one, where it's pleather, and then a fabric belt that clips together that has my pouches on it and my lightsaber handle holder. And I never center it correctly, and I have to go into the mirror, and I cannot see the viewfinder as well here, so I can't see the detail of this. But it looks like but the way I'm feeling it now, it feels like I've centered it pretty well, actually. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so that is my Plague Doctor outfit. If I do change the mask out, I'm probably just going to buy the other one anyway and just keep that one because this is actually pretty decent. So I might buy the other one, see how I like it, and then if I like that one better, I'll return this one, maybe, and see what happens. So we'll just see what happens there. But if I do get that one, I'll come in after this and let you guys know. Okay, so it's been about a week since I've unboxed everything for this costume, but I have a little bit of an update. So there's a couple things that I've done since I unboxed everything. Like I said, I was going to buy a 3D printed mask, and if I can grab it, I did. So this is basically the exact same mask, but 3D printed. And so what I did was I sanded it down, painted it, and did all that kind of stuff. And then I put black mesh fabric in the little hole areas, which the other one had that already in it. But I just hot glued that into the inside of this. I thought it was going to be hard to see, but it's not, weirdly enough. So I can actually see out of it pretty well. So that's good. And then I put the elastic on it so that it fits over my head. And I even made it so that this thing moves around like that. And then I'm wearing the capelet, obviously, too. That's microphone purposes because I have to have that somewhere. And once I put this thing on, I have to move it anyway. But yeah, so I did that. But I also, and I'll show you what, I'm going to show you what that looks like. You know what? I'll just do that now. And then I'll show you the next thing, which is really cool. All right, so balaclava on and hair sticking out, whatever. But the mask also, inside here, they're only taped right now, but when I get around to it, they're not gonna be. They're gonna be glued in. I have magnets in here. There's the magnets that hold this microphone on are on the hood. They're right here on the hood. They're sewn to the edge. They're sewn in a little pouch and then sewn to the edge of the fabric here and then tacked on right at the back so that they don't flop around anywhere. And then I have the magnets to my newer microphones, the ones I use that have clips that I use on when I go to conventions, because these ones I don't use at conventions anymore because they're not very good. They don't stay on very well for my thicker fabric stuff, so I just use them for this. And nobody wants to buy them, so I just said screw it and just kept them. So I have 2 of those magnets because I have 7 of them, including the 2, one on each of these. And then the other magnets are just taped in right now, but they're going to be epoxied in here. These are DJI magnets. They're from the brand DJI, the camera brand, camera accessory brand. And my mics that I use at conventions, that's what these were for. They're way stronger and they hold through the 3D print really well. Like not super, super well, but better than the ones that I got in the video. I returned those and I returned the mask that I got. So now I'm doing this. So I'll just show you what everything looks like. So I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah. Anyway, so there's that. And then those magnetize right there. And there we go. And that's the new mask with the hood. And I can do this. I can just, that way I can breathe better. It just sits on my head perfectly. I do this with my other mask for my Sith, which is a band mask from the band Slaughter to Prevail. I do this at cons with that too. So, and as you can see, it's still hooked onto there. And it's not amazing, but you can see how far away I can pull these and they're still being pulled back into place. So that's really good. The other thing I got, originally I was going to use this plastic one that was like $7 or $8 on Amazon. Turns out that's a really bad plastic. All of the reviews are negative. So this one is metal. Like down here, it's plastic, but it's a really sturdy plastic, like really good. This seam down here where it screws together is not very strong, so I got to be careful of that. But it works for now. But I need it to come apart for traveling, so I can't do anything with that. The head did come off very easily, so I was not happy about that for this being $30. But I was able to epoxy it with JB Weld, which this stuff right here, this JB Weld epoxy. So I just used that. Oh, and then for the mask magnets, this Gorilla Glue 5-minute epoxy will work just fine. That's what I used on the other mask, which also has magnets in it in the same spot. So yeah, this is really cool. This was just like the coolest cane I found. And yeah, so I'll link this in the description as well. And then this mask, I'll link that one as well. Also, this is that tall. So just so you know, but, oh, it also has a little thing for hitting the ground so you don't damage anything. So yeah, anyway, this video is already long enough as it is, so I will let you guys go. So that's going to be it for the video. If you like it, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later.